So the school's not implementing your child's IEP, and it's frustrating because your child is struggling and you see it. What can you do? I'm Frances Schefter with Schefter Law PA, where we help families have a stress-free IEP experience. I'm sure you've heard about file a due process complaint, file a state complaint, file for mediation, sue them. Okay, but which is the right path for you? And what is the ultimate outcome you want? Because that's where you need to start. Where do you want your child to be? What is the perfect scenario if you had a magic paintbrush? Of course, obviously, implementing the IEP. But do you want your child to stay in the general education classroom that he's currently in, or in the special education classroom where they currently are? Or do you want to look at a different placement? Because those are the questions you need to ask before you decide which way to go. Here's the reality. We can get a perfect IEP in place. Well, probably not perfect because there's no such thing as perfect, but a really good, strong IEP in place. But unfortunately, we can't force people to implement them. It's just, you can't force people to do your job, unfortunately. And it's frustrating. But what we can do is travel the legal avenues of getting you where you want to be with your child. So if you want your child in a more restrictive environment, that is something that we can probably file mediation or state complaint or due process complaint against the school system to fight for, hey, they're not implementing the IEP, my child is struggling, there's a lack of progress going on or regression, and we have a suit to that the school needs to do better for our child. But if you want your child to stay where your child currently is, there's not much remedy other than having another IEP meeting. Usually bringing counsel in helps because it brings central office in and gets the school to realize you're on top of it and they need to do it. But still, you can't force the school to do what they're supposed to do. So where do you go? So here's the thing. We offer strategy sessions at Schefter Law where we talk through all of this with you, help you come to your ultimate goal, decide where you want to go, and then talk about what strategies you can put in place and which path you can take. So if your child is struggling and you're watching it and you know your child's IEP is not being implemented and you're not sure where to turn, we have lots of videos on the YouTube channel here. You can also now go to schefterlaw.com and we have a chat bot that you can ask questions and it can give you some answers, or you can go ahead and call us and start the intake process to schedule a strategy session. So we can talk through with you what we can do to help your child reach your child's best potential. I'm Frances Schefter with Schefter Law PA, where we help families have a stress-free IEP experience.